I hope everyone is doing well. I have pulled some cards. I requested for some messages for this week that we all need to hear, or you may need some clarification into. So here are the cards. The overall theme is spiritual path, the number 38. Your spiritual aspects are calling out to you for deeper nourishment and attention, reminding you that the physical is just one part of your existence. This is a time to seek higher wisdom. And here's the card. It's a very pretty card. I love the colors, and I mean, it's quite clear that, with this, there's so much detail there but it's in the back. So what you picture through here is our 3D, and this is our future, right? So continually approaching each piece that's given, that's, put in front of you, given to you. Once you continue to walk down that, your spiritual path will really accelerate. Like who you were meant to be while you're here is going to accelerate, especially with the way that all the planets are right now. And it's in the 8th house, so it's going to be a real charge ahead in taking the steps for yourself, and you will be successful in this. Don't doubt it. You will be successful. And just remember, everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own stepping stones. Everybody needs to go about it at a pace in which is best for them. So just be there for others in the community. Continue to encourage each other, because everybody knows sometimes just that one extra little, one of those really cute emojis with the hug. One of those extra ones could just help somebody out for a day, that day, just something little. So, okay. And then the other one is the Phoenix. So noticing down here, it's all dark, and then how beautiful that is. So I'm also now noticing that the spiritual path card and this card both have the same. They have the same similar wings as well. It could also mean that I'm getting that it's our angels are truly around us, and they don't want you to forget that. They don't want you to forget that, they're ours. That's all they want to do, is just help us out every day, all day. Don't forget to call on them. Ask them for help. They love that. But with this card, I'm getting that, when we go through the basics of shadow work, which is something that everybody does all the time, and I talk about it a lot because I think not enough people do, because sometimes I believe that people are afraid to work with their shadow because I think it's not their good side. There are aspects of your shadow that need work. I mean, your ego lives there, but there's a difference between ego to keep yourself safe from ego of, I'm the best that ever lived. So at least that's my take on it. But if you accept and love every single aspect of who you are here during this lifetime, that spiritual path is part of that. So if you do that work and you truly accept it, it's kind of like, when you're at a plateau in anything, let's say it's, writing, working out, um, learning something new, this, by accepting and loving all that shadow side of who you are, is going to get you over that plateau. Okay, that's what I heard. All right, so let's go with that. This thing is done. I try to burn something while I'm working, because it helps clear the air. Today I used dragon's blood. So, yep. All right. It says we have 5 of Cups. So what I want you to notice in this 5 of Cups is not only the 3 in the front that are lit, but you actually have more than 5 cups there. The problem is that he's looking down and he's not noticing the 3 that are lit in the front. That's what I'm being drawn to. And you notice that his shadow is going towards the 3 cups. So it's like he's not looking around. He's not being present. He's not seeing the synchronicities, the signs. He's just deep in something very sad, but I'm also noticing all these other lights that are everywhere. Okay, they said you have to look around to see everything in your path. Okay, so if you are mourning, you have to allow for those emotions to move through your body whenever they arise. What you don't want to do is sit in that, or you will miss everything else that's around you. The beautiful things that are available, the relationships that are waiting to be made. So, okay. And then the next card is collaboration, number 2. This also has a sphere, a ton of lights. Let's go back. A ton of lights as well, and a puzzle piece. And there's 3 people working, which they just brought my attention to the 3 cups down here lit. So it says, great things are rarely achieved alone. When egos are set aside and mutual support takes the lead, extraordinary things can be accomplished. This, for me, is not so much talking about, it could be for some about collaborating with others, but it's more of a sense of collaborating with the different aspects of who you are that make up who you're meant to be here. So it's like I was telling a friend of mine the other day that sometimes we have to grab hold and hug and accept that part of who we are, because we are all unique and we're all gifted and we're all here for a reason. But when we forget to forgive ourselves, or we forget to see life in a softer, with like a softer lens, puzzle pieces don't fall into place as well. I mean, I'm not saying, walk through life with rose-colored glasses and act as if nothing will ever come across your plate that is challenging. But also not allowing yourself to see those heartaches and see those sorrows, and also see those accomplishments and the amazing things you do every day. Those are all pieces of you that need to be put together and stay put together. So, okay. All right, 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups has always been to me achievement, like wish fulfillment. I'm looking at this card, and down below, it's not a mirror of the top. So she had to walk all the way around to get to that. That tells me that you're very determined. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. And the chalice that she's holding in her hand is lit up, and the sun is picking up her silhouette. So whatever you have been working the hardest towards is ready to flourish. It's ready to be manifested. So your path is lit and it will be achieved, is what I just heard. So, okay. Ooh, number 3, community. Not everyone will understand your calling, but your people will. Seek those who speak your soul's language and create a circle where you are valued and supported. It's a very pretty card. I don't know if you've ever done any exercises where you've been like on a live where you have a mass collective consciousness connected during that live. And well, it would be a lot. Think about it more like Shine Your Light, that Marina does, and that Sherry started. But this reminds me of how I actually close my eyes and I picture all of us. I mean, I don't picture this in the center. I picture center of the universe. And then all of these people, I actually see specks of light. And they're all different colors because they all have different auras. But and so working together, finding each other, pushes out an immense energy that helps resonate with others like us that aren't necessarily tapped in, or they don't know how to tap in, but you can also do, like I've done ones before where you put in a group, you've put a lot of intention into like healing earth. And I mean, you can see it and you can feel it sometimes. It's very, it can feel overwhelming. So your people are out there. You've already connected to some of them. There are more to come. That's what I just heard. So that's nice. It's a good thing to hear, I think. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. As you can see, he's in what looks like a library. But, okay, so the last one was a 3. Okay, just hear me out. I just saw this. Okay. 3 of the cups are lit. 3 hands, 3 puzzle pieces. 3 lit up candles and that. And I know the sun is, but you're drawn over here because of the contrast of the dark, right? Then community, number 3. Now, 1, 2, 3. 3 windows. I'm going to have to look up. I wish I brought my angel cards down here. So I could look that up because it means something extremely significant, 3's. So the Page of Pentacles is always grounded, in search of information, knowledge, growth. So this here is going to be considered like a new beginning, like a fresh start, and it can be finances, careers, education, but you have to, what this card's telling you is you're, when it comes down to those things, because those are very 3D, you're going to have to take a realistic, practical approach to that. And you know how it's different. It's different when you're seeking spiritual growth. It's one of those where you get lost in meditation, you get lost in emotion, you get lost in, I mean, not to the point that you lose who you are. You get lost in it so that you allow your soul to bathe in it, right? So this is something different. This is where you have, where you put your nose down and you really have to think of it in a way with, you have to have like a very clear vision about it. You just have to focus on details, because the more you focus on details and you be practical about it, the foundation that you're building for this will be solid. Okay. So, and I just noticed that it looks as if you really look at it, it looks as if there's some light coming off of the book, like you're becoming enlightened over something, is what they're showing me. Okay. And the next card is number 9. It says, a new perspective. When the light changes, so does the landscape. Try viewing the situation through a different lens and stay open to the wisdom that comes when you dare to look from another angle. So you have the moon, which we all know the moon is supposed to be hidden. But I've always looked at the moon as a teacher. And regardless of whether it's a full moon or a new moon, but that's how I've always viewed them. You have the sun, and then it looks like a brighter part aspect of the moon. Keep moving forward. The day is coming soon. So what they showed me was somebody standing. They keep switching it. Hold on. Okay, so they're showing me two different people. So some are standing and some are sitting. And both have their eyes closed and they're both focusing. And they're actually focusing on the same end outcome. And they're saying that your new perspective needs to flip. So if you've been standing, you need to sit. If you've been sitting, you need to stand. And you can take that however you want whatever that means for you. But it's what I felt from that too is how you can always see the landscape ahead of you differently depending on where you're physically at. So if you're at ground level, you're going to see it one way. If you're at the top of a mountain, you're going to see it another way. So whichever one you've been at for some time now, switch it up. It will help. So I hope that everybody gets a little something out of that. And I appreciate you all coming and listening. And know that I truly appreciate all of you. And I really hope the rest of this week is beautiful, fun, and relaxing. Have a good one.